Welcome to Florida Mint on Florida Man with Josh Mills and Wayne McCarty, the podcast where Floridians discuss the legends and lore and crazy stories that always seem to take place in Florida. Hello, how are you boys?
Doing good. How are
Very
you?
good.
Very good. We just got back from Tampa Bay Comic Con.
Yeah.
And boy, are my arms tired.
Luke,
Well, it's a drive, not a fly.
Oh, dang it.
Luke, it was interesting because we had two panels, and one was really fun. It was Haunted Florida.
Scary. That's
That-
probably why I didn't go.
Yeah.
It's very spooky. And then the second one was Understanding Florida Man, and that one sold out, which was crazy.
Yeah. I mean, they weren't like selling tickets at the door, right?
It was classified as sold out by the convention listers.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
the fire marshal.
The fire marshal said it was 17 over what people would normally cap at that room.
That's good, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, it's sold out.
Yes.
Oversold.
Oversold. I like that
Oversold.
better.
Oversold. Yeah.
Wow.
So it was a lot of fun, and for those who couldn't make it, we're going to kind of cover the weekend on this episode.
Guilty.
Josh,
Oh,
Now,
I couldn't make it.
I told folks at the first panel, I made the mistake of saying Josh couldn't be here because he passed away, and
How did that go over
people were upset.
with
Like a
people
lead
that
balloon.
love me?
People were upset with me. But to be fair, I was just going to put like a comma and say, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But before I could even say that, they go, oh. And
So you put a ...
yeah, I actually did semicolon.
Oh, yeah. Scares people.
is it
Yeah.
embarrassing?
They were really, really.
Because you used it wrong first. Semicolon.
I know.
Yeah.
I actually used a hyphen.
Oh.
instead.
Oh,
But no, so we were going to, for the icebreaker, I believe we're going to air some interviews with some celebrities that we met, some
Yeah.
friends of ours now. Pauly Shore,
Very cool.
good guy.
best friends.
Richard Karn and Debbie Dunning from Home Improvement.
Yeah. And I believe she was on
Dude Ranch.
Dude Ranch?
I think so, or something.
Debbie
Like that.
Dunning's Dude Ranch.
Which Josh said to me, if you put a comma between each one of those things, it's all my favorite things. Debbie, comma,
Well,
Dunning's, comma,
Comma.
Yeah.
Dudes, comma,
Yeah.
Ranch.
Comma.
oh, Roundup was the last one. Debbie
Ooh.
Dunning's Dude Ranch Roundup.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the name of her whole show.
Right.
That went.
DDD.
I knew he was thinking of the acronym. I saw his little eyes pointed up at the ceiling. I'm like, he's trying to think of the
Sorry,
acronym.
my little eyes.
They're average size.
Yeah,
They're
that's-
average size eyes, yeah. But in the meantime, before we get into the recap, Luke brought some headlines, yeah?
I did bring some headlines.
Okay, let's get to it.
Headline.
Headline.
Headlines?
So, when looking for headlines,
Yeah,
I was thinking about them, and I was in our Florida Man panel at
That-
Tampa Bay Comic Con.
that's right.
Plug sold out.
God,
Come-
okay, stop bragging
And,
about it. I didn't
uh,
get to go.
Yeah, well, you should have been there. But
Mm.
something Wayne talked about was the Florida Man Challenge, which was you look up your birthday.
Oh, I do remember
and
that.
You see what happened.
Yeah.
And I was looking this up, and a bunch of articles are coming out on different days, even though I put in my birthday.
Hmm.
But it turns out that this challenge started 2019
Yeah.
on my birthday.
No.
So the Florida Man Meme Birthday Challenge originated on your
On my
birthday.
19th birthday.
Which
Wow.
is what day?
March 21st?
Yeah.
March 21st.
I'm asking, not telling.
Oh, well, yeah, it was March 21st.
Okay, I don't know everybody's birthday in the room.
3, 2, 1. And then I was born 2000. You're rolling your
Just fell asleep.
I wish
I thought it was math.
I think the audio listeners could hear your eyes rolling back to the back of your head.
He's like, more numbers.
Yeah. All right. Well, never mind.
Okay.
But so these headlines all happened on a birthday of mine,
Okay.
Come on.
and they have a very loose connection. I'll explain at the end.
Let's hear it.
But I'm excited. See if you can pick up on it.
Okay.
before I
Okay.
do. All right. So the first headline, and some of these may have been repeated from older episodes.
Nah,
I don't know.
whatever.
I haven't listened.
Can you say how old you were during this birthday? Like what for this
Why
particular?
don't you guess how old I was?
Okay, deal.
Okay.
Deal.
Yeah.
Like you guessed which one was in Georgia last time.
Yeah, I was
Right.
good at it.
Yeah.
Though.
11.
All right. Florida men,
Yeah.
one dressed in bull onesie, attempt to burn down house with ragu sauce, police say.
We have
A
heard that
long time ago.
it was very,
Early on.
yeah, and I don't think it made sense at the time.
It won't make sense now either.
That still doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But for those who don't know, 2 Florida men were caught with their hands in the pasta jar after they use ragu sauce. Which, okay, I didn't write that. I'm reading from the article. And
Yeah.
I just read that sentence for the first time.
Okay.
And I'd like to apologize.
Yeah.
I guess it means like the cookie jar.
Yeah.
But-
I got it.
But it's spaghetti jar.
With
Yeah.
spaghetti jar.
Yeah.
So basically, this guy got the alert on his Ring camera
Cool.
that there's motion. But then he looks and there's a towel over his camera.
Wow.
clever. That's pretty
okay.
clever.
Yep.
Yeah, well, a guy or a girl, I'm not really sure. But
Sure.
he's like, hey,
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
I didn't
Yeah.
put a towel over my doorbell cam.
It's counterintuitive.
It is.
Right.
Yeah.
And so he calls the police. Police show up. They see these two men fleeing.
Okay.
Okay.
They manage to stop them in their car. In the car, there was an air conditioning unit, a vacuum, a television, a heater, a weed grinder, and an empty jar of ragu sauce.
Now, this stuff belonged to the
Okay.
people at the home?
Yes.
And by weed grinder, do you mean marijuana?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
I
Yeah.
thought it was just like an industrial string trimmer.
think it might be.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't
like
there.
like instead of like cut those weeds out of your yard, you can like grind them.
That's true.
I'd actually
Teach
pretty
them a
interesting.
lesson.
That's true.
Yeah.
We should invent that.
Yeah. Weed grinder.
Yeah. So they stop them, and the deputies go into the house,
Yeah.
see what else is stolen, and they find.
How would they know?
Yeah.
I mean, see what I don't know.
You don't put your name on everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
ask-
sure there was an N64 here.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
can see the dust imprint of where it used to
Yeah.
be. I bet they stole Banjo Kazooie as well.
Yeah. This fits.
So that's what they were trying to do.
Okay.
And that's exactly what it says.
Okay. I believe you.
And then they found a burning pot of ragu sauce and a washcloth near the stove burner,
Okay.
Yeah.
which appeared to be trying to start a fire.
Oh.
I
So-
can see where somebody would think that would start a fire.
Okay. Yeah.
The victim says,
Huh.
quote, he was trying to make it look like I left the stove on, but who gets up at 2 a.m. and fixes sketty?
Me.
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 Everybody.
Yeah. So I just want to back up a little bit. You said sketty.
That's a quote. Sketty.
That okay. So sketty is what this person called it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's huh.
Huh.
So this person's is an 8-year-old toddler.
I won't say that because of some other stuff in the story.
Oh no.
Also, I mean, if we take it back to Home Alone,
Yes. Oh, I love that
One,
movie.
2.
one, they would put a rag in the sink.
The
and
wet
then turn
bandits.
the
The
sink
wet
on.
bandits. Yes. Yes.
So what is their name?
The Ragu Bandits. The
Ragu?
Ragu Wranglers.
Oh,
Oh
I
wow.
like that.
Oh,
I like the alliteration.
oh,
Oh.
Ragu Robbers.
Ragu robbers.
The
I
ragu
like that.
robbers is
Yeah.
good.
I
I
mean,
think-
it's plugging ragu. And
I
I'm
just-
not really a ragu man.
And we're not sponsored by them, but
Yeah.
I just want to say, and I don't want any comments from either one of you.
Okay.
But what ruined the Home Alone franchise for me was that freaky old woman with the birds. Continue on.
Don't talk about our ex-president.
I said I don't want you talk. I don't want to hear no comments about it.
Oh, sorry.
Okay,
Cut it.
go ahead.
Uh,
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to unpack there.
right.
Yeah,
The dove lady.
I know. You think she was sweet?
I do.
I don't.
That's
I'm
the whole
not.
point.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about her sweetness.
Yeah, I
I'm
think.
concerned if you can just gift a whole mess of presents in the presidential suite to this family
Right,
while this lady's just outside in the cold.
100%.
But maybe she liked it.
I
Why
think.
don't give her a job?
I think she was eating those
She has
birds.
a job.
I don't know if that's a job.
Bird catcher.
Yeah.
You know what they say? Give a lady a job, feed her for one day.
Give a lady-
give her 37 birds, feed her whole life.
Amen.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so what was the verdict here?
Where's the horse costume come in?
I don't think it's in this one.
It's not.
you said bull costume?
Yeah. Read your headline again.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Jess,
yeah.
Jess, get up here.
First time in Florida history. I'm
we-
gagging out.
This is where we need like an eject button on the chair, where it's like.
Hey, listen, the Bulls onesie is in the headline and it's nowhere else that I can see.
Okay.
It's just something he
Okay.
was wearing.
I think in my head canon, this person was wearing the bull onesie.
Yeah.
And that's all
Yeah.
that matters.
Well, the people that broke in knew, I think the girl living there,
Okay.
Okay.
from a past relationship.
So it was like a revenge. They were like, we're going to steal all this person's stuff.
Well, that's what she thinks because she said, it started out as a relationship. It lasted about a week.
Yeah.
I let him use my car for 4 months. Maybe he's angry about that.
Oh my god.
Or maybe he's angry because I gave him $150 to fix his teeth.
What the H is happening? Arrest all these people.
It just sounds like there's more drama going on than we know. of.
Everybody's making bad choices.
Yeah.
George Washington had wooden teeth,
Yes.
Yeah.
and I bet you he paid more than $150 to get those bad boys.
I
then?
think you're right.
Yeah, so why would this person think that $150 is gonna help anything?
Maybe it's only like one tooth.
True.
Dude, I went to the dentist one time
Mm-hmm.
and I had like an infection. It was swollen. And the dentist with this gold Rolex says, we got to pull it out. It's going to be $300. And I'm like, yeah, is there another option? And he goes, no.
Pull out yourself.
So I waited a week. The infection went down and it was fine.
Mm.
That's annoying,
Yeah.
dude. It's
That's-
so annoying.
Yeah.
That's me and my wisdom teeth right now. They're like,
Yeah.
you gotta. They call me every 2 weeks and they say, "Have you
Yeah,
gotten them out yet?"
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, "Nope."
Or you're going to die.
Yeah,
Like-
probably.
If you don't, your brain will explode.
That's what they say.
Well, because the wisdom teeth don't grow down; they grow up towards your brain. So I think that's why they want to pull them out.
Reverse
because-
tusk.
Yes, reverse tusk.
Yeah,
So that's
Good
okay.
luck.
I'll keep you updated.
Yeah.
Headline number 2.
That
number
explains why you
2.
forgot about the bull costume.
I did. Well, you said horse,
It was a
to defend myself.
Okay.
tooth poke in your brain.
Yeah. Oh, let's guess how old I was.
11.
16.
18.
Dang it.
I'm close.
I was 18.
Yeah, he was. Price is Right rules.
Yep.
So he was under the closest.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I get a hug after this.
Yeah, you do. We're on my next headline, and as I'm looking at it, I'm realizing not on my birthday.
Of course. See? Yes.
You don't have to tell anybody.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest.
You're not in a confession.
This one actually happened
Yesterday.
today.
Oh, bless. What's happening?
I had my tabs all mixed up,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, you did.
So this one is Florida man hears bump at door, 9-foot gator outside bites his leg.
Okay.
He opens.
And I remember why I wanted this one because it reminded me of your
Bob,
podcast story.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I did.
So
It's very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a Mr. Scott Hollingsworth who was bitten by an alligator in his town the town of Daytona.
Okay.
So he
I wouldn't expect that in Daytona.
no, and I think the bump on the door. Does he not have like
Ring doorbell?
intruder, eluder? Yeah. Like,
Says I jumped up.
Again?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, you go ahead, intruder or looter.
What the hell is that?
That's just it's something I'm working on. I haven't patented yet.
Right. I
Uh,
wouldn't.
yeah. But
I would. I love it.
thank you. Intruder, eluder.
Yeah.
So his quote is I jumped up, he heard a bump at the door,
Yeah.
headed over, opened the door.
Nope.
He stepped out while trying to reach the lights, which is your first mistake.
Don't do that. You
Light
don't do
on.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Peep through the peephole.
Right.
Yep.
He got out the door and it got my leg and clamped on and started shaking really violently.
Whoa.
Okay. I think we can run an experiment here. Let's act like the camera's a door. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
You lay down in front of it. We'll see if we can see your feet.
Right.
No, that's a great point
And
because
audio listeners, we're doing it right now.
I would assume if he's looking through the peeping tom hole,
Yeah.
like you can, those things have a pretty wide like
Like a
lens.
fisheye.
You can
They're
have fisheye. You
yeah.
can look down to see a creature at the bottom.
Well, Scott,
Oh, he didn't have the light on.
56. Yeah.
Why is the porch light outside?
Okay,
I don't
true.
know. Or if maybe he's like opening up and like reaching for the light at the same time.
We're victim blaming Scott pretty hard.
Yeah.
here.
Well, it's okay because he had non-life threatening injuries to his thigh.
I thought. Well,
There's a big artery there.
yeah.
So he looks fine. Also, this article published today happened March 4th. So I don't know what's happening in the news.
Okay. You think the gator like
Yeah.
put the kibosh on that?
Oh
Probably.
yeah, like shut this down.
Yeah.
Or they were just waiting like in case something happened to him.
Oh, Casey died.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they could update the title. When you said it's okay because, I thought you were gonna say like it's okay because Scott's a racist.
Oh, no.
Was there
Why
something
did you
hit?
think that?
I don't know.
Um,
I just assumed some hidden detail was gonna come out that made us not feel.
I'm
bad.
showing a picture of him. We can
Thick.
guess.
Yeah.
We
Feels
don't
like
know.
a grand dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What sucks is like
got a nice
you
patio.
get hurt at work, you
Yeah.
get paid.
That's
right.
right. Right.
You get hurt at home. If you got Affleck, you get paid.
You're never trusting the door again.
You're never trusting the door. But if you get hurt by a gator, you can't sue a gator.
You can't sue a gator. You can sue the state, but Aflac would
That's
take
true.
care of that for you.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, episode 237 is sponsored by Aflac.
Yeah.
Mis-
Affleck.
Mr.
The
Ben,
That's my
goose.
impression.
what is it, the goose or the actor?
Do it.
Affleck.
Jesus Christ.
It's like he's here in the studio with us right now.
Dude, the duck
Yeah.
or the goose?
It's
Next.
both.
Let's go.
Okay.
Speaking of ducks and gooses, Florida man. Oh, how old was I in that one?
Oh man, this
I don't know. How old are you right now?
Yeah.
It came out today.
23.
23. Florida man charged after allegedly slapping woman's face with pizza slice.
Man, we
Every
hate
time.
food violence.
Every time.
Wasted.
It's the food violence, and it's always like lovers. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's rarely strangers attacking with food.
Oh, look.
Luke is showing a photo. Ooh.
Yeah.
Luke
Okay.
is showing a photo of the. I'm assuming the person who's the perpetrator.
Yes.
Okay.
But if you were going to
Right.
describe your ideal slice
If-
and grip,
If I'm looking to injure someone with pizza.
Yeah.
I would do a stuffed crust.
yes.
And the pizza itself, I think, would be fully loaded.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Get the weight behind it.
Well, it'd be the weight and the accessories. Because I would like
oh,
to-
you'd slap them accessory side.
yeah, because I think that some of the peppers and the bell onions,
Yep.
whenever you slice, would maybe
Oh.
do a cut or like a poke or
You're
something.
going overhand.
Oh yeah, how are you
Yeah,
doing it?
Like I'm grabbing it, like you said,
Yeah.
stuffed crust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's like my grip, right?
Yes. Yes.
And I'm hitting them with the backside.
Yeah.
You're pistol whipping it with pizza.
Like horse.
Like I'm going all the way back, cranking it back.
Okay, non decor
Crank that.
side.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
You
Crank
remember
that
when
Soulja Boy.
they
Yeah.
put the entire pizza in the crust?
Yes,
And that was the stuffed
How
crust?
do they
Like,
do it?
They kept going,
it's called a calzone.
Oh.
calzone, but then they would add a pizza to
Yeah.
it.
The pizza just imploded on itself.
Yeah. So the stuffed crust, they started putting pepperoni in it for some
Right.
reason.
Yeah.
Like a madman.
I like a madman.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I would do the same thing, fully loaded, even if I lost the accessories on the backswing,
Right.
because I would do a backswing.
Would you do the
Yeah.
backswing because after the assault you wanted to take a bite of it? Like you want like a little extra snack at the end?
What's he trying
I'm
to say
not
about you?
against it. Yeah.
No, I was just thinking because you get
He
hungry after a
knows me.
fight.
Yeah, you do. You get
tired.
winded.
Yeah, you want a
Yeah.
little munch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we didn't
Luke,
mean to hijack
how about
your
you?
headline.
That's okay.
How
wait,
would you hit someone with a slice of pizza?
you know
and
you,
how?
you can like fold the pizza kind of
Oh, I didn't
Like a
think
taco.
about
like a
this.
taco-ish, and it's just like a 1-2. So they get hit with the rough side first, like you're saying, the bottom,
Pop, pop.
Oh,
And
the
then-
stand.
and then-
Oh, wow.
and
Like
then
a French.
and then they get hit with the sauce, and they just
Yeah.
feel like, a
Like
loser.
you've offended
Yeah.
a French socialite.
I think
Yeah.
after the pain of the sandpaper crust,
Yeah.
your skin pores are just slightly ajar,
Yeah.
and
I
then that red sauce goes. That's acidic
Yeah.
red sauce goes in there. Oh, you're talking like a.
Yeah.
That's what
That's the food allergy that caused you to be ill.
Okay. So I've been, ever since I've been waking up next to my girlfriend in the middle of the night,
Yeah.
I've been saying, hey, I'm up and I'm bored. Let's go to Denny's.
Okay.
Mm.
And she's been turning me down. I don't know, for 2 years,
So this is like when you say middle of the night. What does that mean to you?
3 a.m.
So at the witching hour,
Yeah.
You're
I wake
waking up-
and I go, huh?
I'll go Denny's.
I'll go Denny's, please.
I'm just a bit confused. What do you mean? Why is your girlfriend there if you're waking up?
Because we sleep together.
Oh,
Ooh.
whoa!
I got to write this out.
Whoa!
Okay. I'm sorry.
Friendly podcast.
That's like sin.
Yeah. It definitely sin. Definitely
Oh,
sin.
because you guys have a bunk bed, right?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
But there's no mattress on top. So I just end up sleeping on the bottom one.
Okay, because you were laying on the bars for a long time.
Yeah.
That's why you're waking up at 3 a.m. man.
Really broke.
We gotta get that mattress fixed.
So she took me out of Denny's. I was able to finally get her there, but not Denny's. We went to another 24/7 restaurant.
Oh, IHOP.
Mm.
Yeah, known for their pancakes.
That's right.
International
And-
House of Pancakes.
And since it was my birthday,
Happy birthday.
thank you. I got the most expensive thing on the menu,
No.
Like
Yeah.
10
Which
pancakes.
was?
the T-bone steak.
No.
And if I don't know, I guess it's not the wisest choice to
Not for my
the
No.
real outlier.
No.
No.
Yeah, so it came out gray,
Yeah, of course it
Mm.
did.
which I hadn't seen a meat gray in a while.
Yes.
Same.
Yeah, but I ate it and I sauced it up with A1, and it tasted like I assume the bottom of a ship taste after it's been through like Hurricane.
Right.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it made me sick.
Did you eat it all though?
There's a part on the T-bone
Yeah.
that's like another meat. You got meat that's all like going the same direction, grain wise.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you got like this pouch
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
IHOP's T-bone has a.
You're describing something I've never seen before.
You
well,
ever seen a T-bone steak?
Not from IHOP.
Oh, okay.
yeah, this one had like a little like
I know
scoop
what
of
you're
meat.
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, going another grain, another
Yeah.
direction.
Yeah.
And I think that's the meat
That's
got
the
me.
infected meat you get, the
Yeah.
poison meat.
So you ate it all.
It was bulbous. Like if the other meat was flat at one plane, it was 2 centimeters higher.
Well, okay, I'll say this: when Josh told me that he had cleared the meat and he sucked the bone marrow out,
Yeah.
and he said that when the server came over and picked up the plate, he looked at the rest of the staff and goes, "Hey, he ate it all."
Yeah, that's true.
It was like a
Also,
cartoon.
I want to say IHOP over medium eggs don't just instant leak everywhere.
Yeah.
These spat out like they were just ready to be born. I cut them and it was like shot out all over my steak.
Yeah, still in utero.
However, for $17.99, not only do you get the T-bone steak, but you also pick a side,
Yeah.
and the side can be hash browns if you're a sucker,
What a great deal.
Yeah.
but
Are
they
you a sucker?
can be 3 pancakes.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, I took my entire family to IHOP and it would cost $17.99.
It cost me $50.
So
Order.
I can't talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Debbie Dunning and Richard Karn
And Pauly
and
Shore.
Pauly Shore, their interviews are coming up. So if you didn't make it to Comic-Con, you get to hear
Here with the legendary Debbie Dunning. Listen, I'm a massive fan, and we have been wanting you on the show for a very long time.
Well, thank you very much. Why did you have to go Debbie Dunning? Like you had to do
No,
the cheat
I
sheet.
thought somebody was walking through here. I didn't want to block anybody. But no,
Okay, we'll go with that.
so we have a very, very easy question for you. Is when you think of Florida, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Alligators. Alligators come to mind. Oranges come to mind. The shape of Florida comes to mind.
Can you elaborate on the shape of Florida?
Can I elaborate on the shape? Well, it's kind of nice and it's long and
Yes.
it's kind of got little ridges.
That's
I don't-
Florida man energy.
Yeah, I like the shape of Florida. I tell you that. I was out in Tampa Bay last night. I'm going to tell you, the people are very nice here,
Yes.
and everybody loves it. It's a little sticky,
Yes.
a little different, but I felt very moist. I felt very, another word you love.
Well, has your perception of Florida shifted a bit since you've kind of been here and met the people?
It really has.
Yeah.
And that was what I was talking about in the green room. I was saying the people are so nice. They come up. These cons are so fun anyway. But just to be here and have people tell you how much they love the show growing up and what imprint we left on them as a family, it means the world to me. But the people in Florida have been amazing. I mean, this is one of the first times I'm thinking Florida's kind of like San Diego. I could live here.
It's very similar.
It is.
And the culture will shift depending on which direction you drive 45 minutes.
Okay.
So there's a lot of representation here. It's a true melting pot. And I will say this, when I was younger, when my parents wanted to get onto me, they would ground me from watching your show.
Bastards.
Very mean people. Mom and dad.
You know what? That wasn't really doing anything nice because our show was a really good family show. And if you were going to watch anything and learn some lessons, that would be the show to watch.
100%.
So,
Well, you're incredible. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
you. Thank you for taking the time.
I appreciate you asking me. Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Absolutely.
Thank you. So I'm here with the
No matter what I do, don't stop rolling.
We're gonna go the whole
No
time.
matter what I do, don't stop rolling.
The entire time, Pauly.
Okay, you stand over here.
Okay, deal.
Is he rolling?
He's rolling.
Okay.
So,
So this is called Atlanta Man, right?
Atlanta man on Atlanta man.
Okay. It's just Atlanta Man. Everything's messed up in Atlanta. So every time you see it Atlanta, it's all messed up.
It's 100%, dude. So what? So you've been in Florida for how long now?
It seems like 30 years.
Time rolls slower here.
Yeah, it does. No, Florida's cool. I like it.
Well, honestly, our show is all about that Florida man energy, and but dude, you're a legend. You inspire us.
Oh, thanks.
Is there a film that you have that you think deserves a direct sequel?
I think let sleeping dogs lie.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I don't know. Sequels shouldn't be done so far after the first one, unless it's really done smart. Like Barbie. Anyways, no, I'm just kidding. No, but if it's done really smart and it's done with a good script, then any of them would work.
Of course.
Yeah.
And you would crush it. And you're doing stand up here in Florida, correct? So whenever you're done
Yes,
here,
sir.
do you have some shows coming up?
Yeah, I have shows at night and I sign during the day.
Okay, where are you playing tonight?
Side Splitters. It's a comedy club next to Chili's.
No way.
Yeah, it's cool.
Well, we should hang at Chili's afterwards.
Chili's, dude.
Let's go.
It's all good. It's I like doing Comic Cons because it's at first I just started doing them a couple years ago, and at first I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, I'm not like a superhero guy, or I'm not like a, I wasn't in Lord of the Rings and all that stuff, but a lot of my films have kind of transcended the generations.
Absolutely.
And I don't know. I had kind of had that run of those films, and it touched people here, and that's why people are here. So it's pretty cool.
Well, I'll say this: whenever I was younger, my mom would ground me from watching your films. That was her leverage over me. So it's an honor meeting you, man.
Thank you.
If if Encino Man were to happen today,
Yes.
how different would it be if you dug up a caveman in your backyard?
If I dug up a caveman in my backyard,
Yeah, it could happen in Florida.
I thought this was the show Atlanta Man.
My bad, Atlanta. It could happen in Atlanta.
All right, I gotta go. Bye.
See ya. So I'm here with the legendary Richard Karn, and we're at the Tampa Bay Comic Con. Richard, how long have you been here?
Well, I'm legendary, so
Yes,
it has to have been. I've been here 3 days.
Has your opinion of Florida changed now that you've been here for a significant amount of time?
No, I came. Played golf the first day. We got out about 7 o'clock. Finished before noon, so it was beautiful.
How'd you hit?
I had some shots. I shot. What did I shoot? 83.
That's incredible.
On
On 18?
yeah, for 18 holes.
That's my score on 9.
Okay, all right, but and then had some great meals. I mean, we went to the Colombian,
Oh yeah.
which was really wonderful. I'm one of the oldest restaurants here in Tampa.
Yes.
And then last night we went to Donatello's, nice Italian. I don't know where I'm going tonight, but it'll be somewhere fun,
Somewhere delicious.
somewhere delicious.
Now, whenever I was younger, my mom would ground me from watching your show. That was her leverage over whether or not I was going to behave. Do you have a message for her?
I don't think so.
Hey, well, I appreciate you.
Our show instilled goodness
Yes.
in people.
Yes.
So you take that away. You should have taken away something that was, well, I don't know. What else did you watch?
A lot of late night television.
Yeah, you could have taken that away.
Exactly. Well, one last question. When you think of Florida, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Oh, wow. Well, humidity.
Yeah.
But here's a fun fact. There's a part of Florida and a part of Oregon that's only 1 hour apart.
How so?
Well, there's a part of the Panhandle that's in Mountain Time or Central Time. And there's a part of Oregon that's in Mountain Time.
I'm embarrassed. Our show is Florida centric, and I did not know that.
Yeah, so it's a little piece of trivia.
Learn something new every day. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
For it, and I didn't get to what do they say, blow my wad on it.
That's right.
Is that what they say in showbiz?
That's what I've heard it called before. That's what Bob
Yeah.
Eubanks called it.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Oh, he was crazy in his interview.
yeah, he was.
I hate the mic didn't work. He said some crazy stuff.
But we covered 3 stories
Yeah.
that we have talked about loosely on our show before at that session. And the first one was the Fairchild Oak.
One of my favorites.
It's so spooky,
Yeah.
man.
I heard that Luke ran out when you started telling.
He
the
did
story?
run out.
Yeah, my legs started shaking
Yes.
and I ran.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'll say this. Early on in the panel, we gave them a warning. Hey, this is a nighttime panel. It's 9:30 at night. It's going to get spooky. And no one took the offer to get up and leave.
What
So
does-
what they
yeah.
received
I wish
is
I did.
Yeah.
pure fear. So there's a man named James who was born in Scotland. He moved to the U.S. To Ormond Beach, buys property surrounding this giant oak tree called the Fairchild Oak, and
He named it that?
it was called that like local legend, like the First Nation people. That was what the name they gave it. I guess the
I like it.
folks in the village around it.
Yeah.
But after a week or so of living there, he started to exude strange behavior. Some of that behavior
Yeah.
was being drawn to the tree all hours of the day, all hours of the night. And he would say to his family, when I'm by the tree,
Mhm.
like I have to be there, I'm addicted to it, but I just feel immense sadness, was the quote that he would say.
Yeah.
Which
I've been like that with an ex.
Same.
I'm drawn to it, but
Right.
God,
It
every
makes
time-
me miserable.
makes me sad
Can't stop going
I
back.
can't stop going. I'm a sucker
Yeah.
for this
for
tree.
punishment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this, his wife wakes up one night,
Yeah.
and middle of the night, the witching hour that Josh speaks
3 to
of,
4.
and
Usually you would go to Denny's, ideally.
and that's where she thought
Right.
James was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, he must be getting that T-bone for his B-day.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, and so she goes outside, and unfortunately finds her husband sitting under the tree, kind of talking to himself and weeping. And when she wakes him, well, she kind of goes to him to go, "Hey, like, what are you doing out here?"
Yeah.
He startles, like, ah.
Yeah.
And she realized that he was asleep. He had sleepwalked out to the tree and was just crying under the tree in his sleep. Now, that for me, I think,
Scary.
yeah, if my wife said, "Hey, heads up, last night I found you under the tree crying and weeping, but you don't remember it," I would be like, I gotta go to the doctor.
I'd call her a liar.
Yeah. Probably.
I'd go, "You say that to my face one more
Yeah,
time."
show
Yeah.
me on the doorbell camera.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the intruder eluder.
On the intruder eluder, which oddly enough,
Back.
in the 1820s, they didn't have those.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah.
But this goes on for weeks and weeks, and it ended with,
Like weeks and weeks of him like just walking out.
yeah, in the middle of the night, without realizing it.
Yeah.
And then it ended with, on the last time she finds him under the tree, his clothes had been taken off and folded next to him, and he had passed away under the tree. Which is an odd way to go. There's
Yeah.
no visible sign of struggle. There's nothing. The coroner rules it a heart attack.
Yeah.
Fast forward 60 years, a different man buys the property.
Yeah.
Same kind of scenario. He's drawn to the tree. He wakes up in the middle of the night, but in a much more expedited fashion, he is found like 3 weeks later, naked under the tree.
Tree's getting better at what it's doing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know how the tree got the clothes off and folds them. You know what I mean?
You
Like,
ever seen that tree like really get to work
You
on
seen-
somebody?
Have you guys seen Evil Dead?
I haven't.
Oh.
I don't watch. Like,
Okay. All right.
I don't watch non-Christian
Whoever has-
movies.
Yeah, that's true. Whoever has
Some of our
seen it.
listeners probably have seen it.
Yeah. There's a tree attacks someone and takes their clothes off.
Wait, are you
Oh, like
serious?
Poltergeist.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, it could be inspired by this. And so in the 1920s, they actually excavated the land around the Fairchild Oak and found hundreds and hundreds of dead bodies. And it turns out the Spanish had massacred the Timucuan tribe who lived in the area. And so they were literally living on Indian burial ground.
Were they also nude though?
It was just bones.
Oh, okay.
And their
Well,
bones
that's
were
good.
money. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was just one of those things, man. And that's the story of the Fairchild Oak. It still exists in Florida. You can go visit it. Well, why would you want to?
Huh.
Just to see if it had any power over you?
How far away is it from
Uh,
like where we are?
Like 2 hours. It's in Ormond Beach.
Yeah.
I'd want to see if I could sleepwalk for 2 hours and the next day.
That's a good point.
Well, that's that's a
That's a
very
really good point.
very good point. I think if I'm wife one,
Yes.
like I'm installing like special locks.
Right.
Like you
Right,
have to
chaining it
stop
to the bed.
leaving. Yeah. Yeah. Like the AC's on. Like you're leaving the door open.
right.
We're in Florida. Be
Yes.
considerate.
Did you
Yes.
open a barn?
Yeah. Did you grow up in a barn?
That's what my papa always said to
Yeah.
Did you?
me. Yeah.
He did- yeah, he
In Ormond Beach. The second story we told was about a man called Carl Tanzler.
Ew.
He was a pervert.
This would be where to walk out.
Mm.
Like if you were present for your
I agree. I
speech,
think
yeah.
out of the three stories we told, this is the one. He was a doctor. He moved to Key West in the 1900s,
Mhm.
fell in love with a girl called Alina, and she had tuberculosis, unfortunately,
yeah.
and which was,
It was hot back then.
well, and a lot of folks were sent to Florida because of tuberculosis,
Yeah.
because it was believed that the warm climate would ease their suffering.
Like COVID in the beaches.
Yes, 100% similar.
Not familiar.
And so essentially what happened is she gets sick, she passes away, and Carl is really distraught. He doesn't really know how to handle himself, and he starts telling people at the funeral that Alina has appeared to him in dreams, and she wants him to rescue her and bring her home.
Mm.
And people,
From?
well, and that's the thing is people think that like he's just hurting, right? He's
Of
he's
course, yeah.
heartbroken.
Is it one of the stages of grief?
Grave robbing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
having dreams.
Action adventure to save my dead wife.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's in the Count of Monte Cristo, I think.
Yeah,
I
Is
think
that
so.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. And he does that. He actually goes, he digs up the body
Mm.
and he brings it home and uses wire, wax, and string, dresses and wigs
Mm.
to give the corpse of his wife the appearance of a living human being.
If I got all those things, I don't need a corpse.
Right. You just
I got wire wax.
Explain.
If I got wire wax and string,
Come
I can
you can
create,
make a dummy.
You can
I
make
can create
a
anything.
Goldberg machine,
Yeah.
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 like the one we have behind us for the audio
Exactly,
listener.
Yeah.
100%.
I just want to find someone who loves me that much.
No, I agree.
I don't. I think that's a step too far.
If
think the-
if one of you two die
Yeah.
and the podcast is still going on,
Yes.
Yeah.
do we put the
That's-
skeleton in the chair?
100%.
Okay.
Yes.
If you don't,
And I want you to puppet string it, and so my arms just don't moving like.
oh, we
Right.
can have Bernie's. In.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I want 2 white boys to control my body, my dead body.
That's what always happens to me every weekend. I love it.
Explain.
Nope.
Okay.
But no, essentially, what happened is he goes on to get caught by the police. They break into the house.
What's the crime?
Loving too hard.
Grave robbing and desecration of a corpse
Wow, they had
is
that back
the
then.
technical. But the statute of limitations had passed, so he didn't get arrested. They take her body and they put it back into the mausoleum, only to have it robbed again 2 weeks later, and then replaced with a different body.
The
I feel
sequel.
like if it's a corpse, sorry, Luke, there should be no like time limit for the crime.
That's true.
Like if it's desecration of a corpse,
Right,
until I'm like dust, like that should be like the crime.
dust to dust.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. He
No
essentially
statute of limitation.
he got away with it, which is the wild thing, man. And like the last story we talked about was actually from episode 1 of our podcast. We don't encourage you to go back and look at it.
No.
But it was on Robert the Doll, which I feel like if you listen to our show for
That's
any
it.
length of time,
Yeah.
That was the one I wanted to walk out on.
Yeah.
Robert the Doll's had like 3 episodes, I think, on our show.
Oh yeah.
He is a,
He's a hit
fan
master.
favorite.
Mhm.
But he was a doll that belonged to a little boy, and the doll was believed to be cursed. It would move on its own, talk on its own. And when the family got tired of being tortured by it, they locked it in the attic. And folks from around town would come over and go, "Hey, I don't know if you know this or not, but there's a small child in your attic running around at nighttime."
Mm.
And
Yeah,
and they end up selling the property. The doll stays, haunts future tenants, and now it lives in a museum in Key West. And the freaky part, which is what the audience at Comic-Con loved, were all the letters now in modern day. You can see all the letters that have been written to Robert the Doll of real life people begging Robert to release his curse from upon them.
Because what does he hate?
White people.
Well, he hates being
People.
photographed.
Photographed. Yeah, sorry. He hates being photographed, but he's in a museum that encourages photography.
Wow.
Isn't that interesting? So you get a
It's like
picture.
an MLM of curses.
Yes, 100%. I curse you, you curse 3 people,
Right.
they curse 9
Yep, the
people.
down-
If you don't share this post,
Yeah.
Yes,
whatever
and
gets paid.
that happened to me actually.
Tell us.
It was a Facebook post. Share this and like it, or you never hit puberty.
oh no.
I was probably sounds like Luke didn't share it either.
Hey, wait a
I was,
minute.
I was 11
Yeah.
and have never done a pull up because of that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Look at these bald armpits.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's scary.
But to everyone that made it out, there-
Swimmer's pits, you call them.
That's
yeah,
true.
I can fly in the water like a dolphin.
Hey, man.
To everyone that made it out to Comic-Con, thank you so much.
And sorry.
Yeah, and to everyone who didn't make it,
Yeah, sorry.
no, we wanted you guys to have a little piece of it on episode 237. We're going to be back, and next week we have a very special guest.